Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Yoli Ace here. For those of you that don't know me, I am a Builderall affiliate, and what I like to do sometimes is really drop some videos in terms of offering you guys some insight and hopefully deliver some massive value in terms of how I run my Builderall affiliate business. So what I want to talk about in this video and focus on is distraction. Now that is the #1 killer, if not time waster, in the whole Builderall affiliate game. Now you can apply this to any online business. It doesn't necessarily need to be, this is not necessarily just isolated to a Builderall affiliate type business. It applies to any business, offline or online. But the #1 killer is distraction. Now what's prompted me to talk about this in this video is the fact that I was almost a victim to it in the last couple of days. Now, for those of you that know me and know my approach in terms of how I grow my my account, my team, is that I have only one goal. Now I've only been with the Builderall affiliate program since late November. Oh yes, and that reminds me, first of all I just want to put out an apology. I've been shooting across some videos, and for some sort of reason I've been saying that I've been promoting Builderall since late October, when actually made a bit of a boo-boo there. I actually started promoting Builderall at the end of November. So just to clarify things, the reason why I said October is because I started using the tool in October for my other online business, but I actually started promoting the Builderall platform in late November. So up until the present date, it's going to be just over 2 months. Bearing in mind that December, I don't really consider that a full month, because obviously we had the Christmas and New Year period. But, I was still able to achieve 2 active accounts during December. So, that was a good achievement, especially because I had only started promoting Builderall from late November. So I just wanted to clarify, and again, apologies if I basically misinformed anyone out there. It wasn't my intention, so I'm owning up to that right now. So that out of the way, what I wanted to talk about was distraction and how I was almost a victim to distraction myself. So as I said before, distraction is the #1 killer to any online, offline business, and particularly if you're part of the Builderall affiliate program. Okay, so it's not only is it the #1 killer, but it's also the #1 time waster. Now, what I do is that my main focus, okay, for the next coming months is to make sure that I build a solid team. And the way that I do that is that I get rid of all the bullshit. Okay, I don't basically focus on the detail. Now, I'm not going to go into that. For those of you that saw my last video will know what I was talking about in terms of the detail. But what I'm trying to say is that every task that I set myself, I ensure that it's basically income generated. So I make sure that each task is aligned to my overall goal, which is to bring in active accounts. Okay, so what I mean by distraction is that I was basically pitching to a fellow prospect with regards to Builderall and working in the value and how it could potentially be a solution to their business and help them optimize their existing online business. And then somewhere along the conversation, he basically started talking to me about how he was currently running his business and how it was going really well, and how it was, how he was earning X amount. And for a slight second there, I got distracted. All right, I actually got distracted, and I started listening to the guy, because basically when you're speaking to a prospect, one of the key things to do is establish rapport, right? So as part of the establishing rapport piece, I was basically listening to what he had to say and how his business runs, etc. So he was telling me about his business and how he was able to optimize his social platform, which has really helped him promote and build sales for his online business. And I was intrigued. And he was talking about leveraging Instagram. Now, for those of you that are part of the Builderall affiliate program, I mentioned before that it's always good to focus on a particular platform. My platform of choice is Facebook, but I would also advise that you also start building up your contact list, your client list, using another source, another social networking source, and that for me that would be Instagram, because you never know what could happen on Facebook, right? You know, I've been running an online business since late April, and I've come across a whole load of different challenges when it comes to Facebook and promoting on Facebook, because let's face it, Facebook ain't making it easy for us entrepreneurs to use the platform as a business platform, right? You know, they've put a whole load of challenges in there. You know, they don't like you to post, and if you do post on a regular basis, you will potentially have your account shut down for good. So, you know, my advice, if anything, is to make sure that you don't just focus on generating your leads or generating your sales on Facebook alone. You should certainly have a backup, and like I said, my platform of choice is Instagram. So anyway, so I'm talking to this guy, and he's telling me about how he's leveraging Instagram and how he's been able to pull X amount of sales, and I got caught up in the moment. You know, I got myself, you know, listening to what this guy was saying, and you know, I realized that actually, hold on, I started thinking about what he was offering, because then I realized throughout that as the conversation started to build up, that he was actually using a third-party tool which helped him bring in these sales, and what he was doing is that he was reverse switching me, which means that, you know, I came into the conversation, I introduced myself with the intention to work in the value of Builderall, how it could potentially help his business, and in somewhere he was able to flip that around on me and work in the value of what he was promoting, which was this third-party tool to help leverage Instagram. And it worked. So, you know, my hat goes off to this person, because, you know, he did a really good job. You know, he did exactly what I was doing. He was, you know, building rapport. He was basically identifying what my needs are. And he basically worked in a solution by promoting this third-party tool. And for a split second, I started entertaining it. You know, I started thinking, you know something, and I started going down that road where, you know, it was shiny object syndrome. You know, I started going down that road of, you know something, if I was to implement this third-party tool, how much time is it going to save me, and how much potential sales am I going to be able to make by using this third-party tool? So I was going down that road. Now, how many of you have gone down that road? Okay, you know, I've gone down that road where, you know, you're working on your business. Okay, and it's regardless, you know, it could be Builderall, it could be any online or offline business, but you know, you're working on your business, you know, you're putting in all the hours, and then you come across a shiny object, right? A shiny object. And what I mean by that is that you come across something that could potentially, you know, in theory, help scale up your business. It can help save you time. It can help give you additional passive income, or give you additional income. You know, how many of us have fallen victim to that? Okay, and then before you know it, your focus starts to shift, right? Your focus goes from one thing to another. So you start focusing on this other thing, you know, chasing something that requires a lot of time and effort, but then when you break it down, it's not actually impacting your overall goal, which remember, in my case, my overall goal was to make sure I had an active account. Now, I'm not saying that this third-party tool wasn't going to help me do that. Okay, I'm not saying that. This third-party tool, the reason why I got listening to it is because it was very interesting and it made logical sense. However, it just wasn't the time for me. Okay, I just wasn't at that time in my Builderall affiliate business to start implementing third-party tools, because it would require me to shift focus and spend more time on, you know, using this tool, utilizing this tool, educating myself on this tool, and it will distract me from my overall goal, which is to build my team and bring in active accounts. Okay, so, you know, even though it's something that could potentially benefit my business, I didn't see it benefiting my business in the short term, and that's what I'm all about at the moment. It's about building that foundation, that basis. Okay, remember, if you saw my last video, it's all about making sure that you have your membership paid for, right? You know, we are investing $50 in a platform every day to be part of this affiliate program. So for me, my priority is to make sure that I am having my membership paid for, and you can only do that by bringing an active account. Okay, so that is really what I wanted to get across, that, you know, you need to make sure that you are focused on your overall goal, whatever that is, and then stick to it. Do not get distracted. You know, we are all victims to it. We can all get distracted, all right? But you need to make sure that you step back and think about, how is this going to impact, or how is it going to help me reach my overall goal? Okay, and in this case, you know, this third-party tool was certainly something I would like to consider later on, but it wasn't something that I was about to shift my focus on and implement, because it just wasn't going to help me with my short-term goal, which is to bring in active accounts. And for those of you that don't know me, you know, I started in late November. I started promoting the Builderall platform, and I'm now at 22 affiliates strong. That's how big my team is. It's at 22 affiliates, and that's growing. Okay, and I've only been able to do that in that short period of time of just over 2 months, because I've been super laser focused and I've tried to minimize the distraction. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this video was insightful, and you know, if you haven't already, make sure that you do implement this rule, because it's going to help you a lot, and it's going to help you bring in that focus and get you massive results. And I'm all about massive results. So guys, until the next video, take care, stay blessed. It's your boy Ollie Ace. Get lit. Speak to you soon.